Bill Clinton really wanted to do this at the end of his time in office back in the year 2000, but ultimately the Clinton administration concluded after a series of conversations between the then Secretary of State Madeleine Albright and the North Koreans that it wasn't possible for President Clinton to engage at that point with the North Koreans. But it's fallen to President Donald Trump.
US President Donald Trump descending the stairs of Air Force One there, and of course the President descending alone because his wife Melania Trump is of course not traveling with him. She's at home recuperating, and President Trump exchanging pleasantries and a handshake with the Foreign Affairs Minister Dr. Vivian Balakrishnan and other members of the Singapore delegation. Simon, as far as protocol goes, what can we expect here?
Well, there'll be brief handshakes and short conversations on the ground there at the Air Force Base, and of course the US ambassador to Singapore and the diplomatic representatives will also be present to welcome President Trump here, along of course with Singaporean government officials. But then he's going to get into the beast, that enormous car that travels with him around the world, and he will make his way here to the Shangri-La Hotel, which is going to be his base during his stay in Singapore. There's no indication that he's got any more activities on his agenda tonight, certainly nothing publicly anticipated, but tomorrow, Monday morning, he'll be holding his bilateral meeting with Prime Minister Lee, just as Kim Jong-un held his meeting with the Singaporean Prime Minister just around an hour or so ago, and then we'll wait to see what happens for the rest of Monday, because officially there's not due to be any kind of encounter between President Trump and Kim Jong-un until Tuesday morning on Sentosa Island, but we'll have to see if anything changes during the course of Monday, or whether they're simply going to remain in their respective hotels, the Shangri-La for Donald Trump, the St. Regis for Kim Jong-un, closeted with their advisors, perhaps staking out in more detail their positions ahead of their face-to-face meeting.
Simon, as the motorcade we see now pulling out of Pai Lebar Air Base and makes its way to you, I imagine that security must be at a maximum.
Yes, I mean, I'm bound to say less than I've seen in other places at other times when I've covered US presidents as they've travelled, but I think that's partly due to the fact that the Americans are very comfortable with the arrangements here at the Shangri-La Hotel. They are no strangers to this hotel, of course. Past American presidents have stayed